Well, hello all, Mr. Kiwi here. Hopefully a couple of unboxings to do right now. These are some big items that came as the result of the dip in prices, or actually some Black Friday sales. Even though it's only Black Friday today, some of these things were ordered pre-breakfast you know, they advertised them ahead of time, so I pre-bought them and they were already shipped and arrived. So depending on how quick we can do this, let's see. This is reasonably heavy. So this is from one of my favorite vendors. I got to tell you, every deal I've had with these guys has been fantastic, and I know many other people say the same things. And yeah, once again, this is from the Cornhuskers store in Omaha, Nebraska. Kind of fighting. I'm trying to do this in a way where we get good light and I don't block the camera, but I'm struggling a little bit with, where to actually open this box. So, but it should just take another minute. We'll be in. I got a couple of interesting items in here. In a way, they're big items, one way or another. They're big items. But Cornhuskers, as always, just had some fantastic deals. And you do have to spend $1,000 to get the free shipping, but at least they do have a free shipping option, and if you have to spend $1,000, you get more stuff. So let's not complain about that too much. Yeah, we got some stuff. Hold on. There's some small items in here and some big heavy items, so I've got to be careful how I unpackage. Okay, it looks like everything is in the small box here. No other labels I got to worry about. Let's just get into this. I do have another very heavy box that, even though it's big and heavy and it's got lots in it, it's a very short reveal. So I'd like to try and get them both in this video if I can, and save you guys having to see a whole bunch more. So there you go. You can see what my large item here is. It's 90% silver. I'm a little disappointed already. I did ask them for $50 and they sent me quarters. But 90% silver is 90% silver. I guess they don't care too much that I've got guardhouse boxes full of empty $50 tubes that I want to fill up. And they were so busy with these sales. They probably, even though I put the order in writing in an email, I guess they overlooked it, my request. And so this is $100 face value of quarters. So being that there's 4 to a dollar, there's 400 quarters here. And I actually have thousands of 90% silver quarters. And I'm sorry I'm not getting this on camera, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just opening the bag. It's good to try, and I like to try and save the bag just for storage until I can get these into a canvas bag. I'm not going to bother tubing or capsuling 90% quarters. So I'm not going to rip into this. You can see, I'm going to get a little closer here, that the quality of what they sell is always top notch. For pre-1964 US silver quarters, on the bulk of it, these are in great shape. Great shape. So we'll set that aside. Right there. Now let's look in this box for the other item that I ordered. It's going to be hiding here in the bottom. And we'll take the invoice and we'll set that aside. This is kind of interesting. This is a very fun thing. Not something that I may be wrong, but not something I've seen at Cornhuskers before. And it was a super good price. It was a Black Friday price for sure. So I went for it because this happens to be one of my favorite coins, and the more you can get of them, the better. It's one of those things. This is really a stacking item, and this is kind of a stacking price. So these are not going to be proof. They're not going to, I'd like them to be pretty and clean, but they're circulated and they're probably quite old. And they're close to 1/4 ounce of gold each. So what we have here is 4 British sovereigns, either British or Australian. We'll be able to tell in just a moment. because it was a mixed bag. They had 10 of these. Oh, that's good. It's a good thing they're circulated. I used to have 4, now I have 3. I'll see if I can not drop any more of those. The George and the Dragon obverse, or reverse, I'm sorry, on the sovereign coins are what I like. This is my favorite coin image of all time. And this one, maybe I'm reading the date wrong. You know what? I'm so interested. Yeah, okay. I thought it said 1960, but it's 1900, which explains why we have probably King George, I think. No, that's Edward VII. Wow. Edward VII on a sovereign. Very nice. And while we're at it, I mean, I don't want this to go too long, like I said. This one's clearly got Queen Victoria, so this is even older. The zoom's not going to function for me. Come on. That's the crowned or the veiled Queen Victoria, I believe. This is the one I like because the crown goes up into the writing. It's hard to see on such a small coin, but on the full crown silver coins, you can clearly see that. And if I can read the date, it's going to be 18 something. Looks like it might be 1883. I'm not going to zoom this one in further, but it looks like 1883. Again, dirty gold. Not a fan of dirty gold, but I am a fan of stacking gold. So there's number 2. And because I'm buying foreign gold, this one is going to be 1886, I believe, without zooming in further. You'll be able to see it on your screen if you zoom it in. Wait a minute. Oh, I did it wrong. What am I doing wrong here? I'm not even sure who that is. I've never had anyone but Queen Elizabeth on a sovereign, and this coin's way too old to be. That's Victoria. That's an image of Victoria that I've never seen on a coin before. I guess we'd call that, I was going to say the flowing here Victoria, but that's the Victoria with no crown or veil and a bun. I guess we'll call that. And of course we've got George and the Dragon on the other side. You know what's truly amazing? This flips US coin style. That's why I'm having so much trouble. I did not know they did that either. Now this looks like it might be an Australian sovereign, because down the bottom here you can clearly see that could be an A. So this may be a sovereign from Australia. And if it came from the 1800s, that was during the period of transportation. So this came from, it looks like 1886. That's probably during the period of transporting convicts to Australia. So it's kind of interesting that they would have gold coins from Australia at that time, although Australia was obviously a big producer of gold. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling on. Let me see if I can find the one that I dropped. And this one, I'm not getting a clear look at the date. Looks like 18 something. Yeah, this is the other Queen Victoria. This is the Queen Victoria Jubilee picture, I believe. So this is a nice selection of sovereigns. And this would be from the late 1800s, or the late part of Queen Victoria's reign. 1890, I think that says. And this will be a British sovereign. And you notice that it flips the British way. So maybe the one that flipped the US way was actually flipping the Australian way. Anyway, I've rambled enough. We're at nearly 10 minutes. So we'll end it there. Thank you for sticking around so long. If you stayed to the end, thank you. Please give me a thumbs up. And as always, like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. Thank you, and we'll see the next package in the next video.